Oh my God. This is, folks, you got to go to the Free Beacon and see. I mean, they have this story, they got poop all on the walls, human feces.
No, it does. It basically, damn you, damn me, damn the people who are actually paying for their property. We will get fined if you have certain things that are allowed to, I guess, disintegrate and just go down on your property and you don't maintain it. But now you can't tell the unhoused to get out of your
I'm reading right
property.
from here. The
Don't
sign
even call.
outside the Marylander condominiums, a 200-unit complex in PG County, Maryland, describes it as a private community. But for members of a homeless encampment in the condo's backyard, the complex also serves as a crack house, a bathroom, and the entrance to an open-air drug market, which has become a magnet for organized crime and caused millions in property damage. We have a short clip here. Take a look. This is clip 7. So that was a vagrant. Looks like in front of somebody's door.
Was his pants down?
I don't know. I don't. So they get break-ins, people smoking crack in the stairwells, all sorts of situations. Half of the complex has gone without heat since Thanksgiving after vagrants allegedly vandalized the boiler room, causing pipes to burst in several buildings. Some units have lost electricity too due to the overuse of space heaters, though the county instructed those without heat to vacate immediately in December. Most have defied the order and tried to weather the cold. They say they have nowhere else to go. Oh my God. This is, folks, you got to go to the Free Beacon and see. I mean, they have this story, they got poop all on the walls, human feces, all types of stuff. But they say that the bulk of this story is saying that the county is responsible for this. Shelly, what did you think about this?
So the county is responsible. I guess this, from what I understand, let me say it from what I understand. Maybe I'm wrong. Because they are allowing the people to house themselves in a private gated community or certainly private property. These people are paying homeowners fees, they pay taxes, they pay mortgages for condos. Okay, so not they have to have services to come and clean up their condominium area. So the city, or I mean the county, is not getting the vagrants out. They have not been. They have been allowing them there. Why? Because they don't want to offend the homeless. They don't want to put them in shelters or come in and do sweeps, if you will, clean up the area and get them out of there. They don't want to do it. They are allowing it. In fact, they want to make the homeowners feel bad and guilty for wanting them out of their private space.
Folks, this is where we're all headed if the Democrats take over, if they get into power in a predominant, if, in the White House and in many areas in these countries. I'm sorry, in many of the states in this country. Okay. So what they're saying is, quoted the county's deputy chief administrator, we have to be compassionate. All right. There's that word again. Same word the lady judge used yesterday when she let off of this violent sexual offender who was sentenced for 65 years in prison and she let him out for 30. This is what the left does. It's evil. We talked about this yesterday. Melvin Powell said the encampment addressing the hundreds of residents who could soon be displaced because of it. We're not criminalizing the unhoused.
That's yeah. Yeah, no, it does. It basically, damn you, damn me, damn the people who are actually paying for their property, the ones that we have to sit through with the mortgage lenders, all that damn paperwork, all the taxes every year. We have to, account for this, account for that. We have to actually maintain and keep up our property because the bank, the mortgage has a stake in it if we don't, right? I'm just saying all these factors have to be in it. We will get fined if you have certain things that are allowed to, disintegrate and just go down on your property and you don't maintain it. You get fined. But now you can't tell the unhoused to get out of your property. Don't even call 911 because why? That you're going to feel guilty. You have to feel guilty. You're not being compassionate for wanting the shit, literal shit in your hallways, in your washrooms, if you will. You don't want the shit smeared on the wall. That's okay. You are incompassionate. You're not being a good neighbor. That's what you get.
It's shocking. They said here the real estate company officials were at this town hall. They're on a local investment firm when it began managing the Marylander, that's the name of this condo, in April of 2025. For months, they pleaded with police and county officials to address the open air drug market that had effectively colonized the condo, which suffered so many break-ins that the company stopped repairing the locks. This is what they want. We saw this in California and other areas. Now in California, I have a friend who lives out there. They leave their cars unlocked because they know they're going to be broken into, and they don't want the thieves to break the windows to get into the cars. So instead, they leave the car doors unlocked so the cars won't be damaged. This is what Democrats want society to become. All the privileges go to the vagrants, the squatters, the thieves, the illegals. Everybody who's doing wrong, they make some type of excuse. See, this is the same thing we just saw. Do you understand that? We just said how Katie Couric is making excuses for people that are here illegally because they didn't commit enough crimes. They're not violent offenders, okay? So they should be left alone. Now they're making excuses for these unhoused people. Who's looking out for us?
Oh, how dare you say that? That's selfish. You're not. Again, that's selfish. Why not only is it selfish, but you're privileged for even thinking such things. You're privileged. You've never been homeless and you've never had to do X. So therefore, how can you say that? You can't walk. You never walked in their shoes. You're damn right. I've never walked in shitty shoes and I don't intend to. Okay. But I do know I do pay taxes. See this, remember a few years ago, KJ, here in Baltimore, there were some business owners down, I think in Canton or Fells Point. They had joined together and said that they were not going to pay taxes to the city, and they got their attention. I think they may have hired an attorney and basically said, we're paying the property taxes, whatever, and we can't even have a police and the city protect our common areas, if you will, right? They keep you allow these criminals, the violent juveniles, to keep coming through a revolving door. This group of business owners joined together and said, we are not going to pay our taxes for X amount of time. There was some, I don't know, there was some kind of whatever negotiations, whatever plans, but they did. This is what we need to do. This is a part of give me my money back. Because my money, my taxes, PG County, other areas in Maryland, the lady we talked about yesterday, I think, the squatter, right? Similar situation. Basically, they're squatting in somebody else's property, and you have to eat it. You literally have to suck it up, walk on the shit, smell it, your area, and you still got to pay for it.
Yeah. The Washington Free Beacon goes on to say, but the county, which has the highest Democratic vote share of any county in the United States. All right. Wow. So this is your Democrat utopia, folks. Okay. You can have it. All right. At 86% didn't clear the camp. Instead, Guess what they did? Threatened to sue the condo, which was already tight on cash for its failure to fix the nearly $5 million in property damage that has been caused by the drug den on its doorstep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So let me tell y'all something. Because not only are these people Democrat, they black as Shelly's shirt. All right. Y'all can have it. This is what I'm talking about when people try to say, when these Democrats, I can't even remember, I'm so all over the place. I don't know if we were talking about it on here or Christian Conservative, where they try to lump us. We were talking about it here last night when that Democrat rep said, we as Asians, Latinos, Black folks, we all have to come together against the white oppressor. No, I'm not with y'all in PG County. I'm not with you in Baltimore. I don't care what color you are. I am not joining forces with people who want chaos. Okay?
You know what? I'm reading through that article. You know what I think could happen? The homeowners eventually, they're going to leave, right? Their properties may go into foreclosure, whatever, because they're not going to be able to sell them.
Well, they're in Condo. That's already hard.
Well, right. PG County, the county, the local government will come in and take over that building and allow the homeless people to be there. That's what they'll do. They will allow them to be there because it's a place for them to go. They off the street, so to speak, whatever. But that's what they'll do. And then not only that, they're going to get so many social services thrown at them, wraparound services, all kinds of stuff thrown at them. That's what's going to happen. I bet you something like that is going to happen.
You're probably right, because this is what they want. This is what happens. I mean, when you see panhandlers on the street, they go places that they know they're going to get money. You know, if you don't give them money, then they find a way to make money some other way. And this is sort of like that, but on a large scale. So what has happened here is the police didn't do anything about the safety issues in the drug, the drug open air drug market. So what they do, they smoke crack on the street, right out in the open in front of everybody. All right. They weren't arresting people for the violent, well, not so much violent, but the robberies and the theft and all this type of stuff. Because what do they know? They know that there's probably some social justice prosecutor there that's not going to press charges on these people. So the police are like, I'm not going to waste my time arresting these people when they're going to be put right back out on the street. Okay. And then you have, the county is encouraging this, the unhoused and all this type of crap. So what happens in situations like this? More and more people come. I don't even know what to call it. The monstrosity, the nastiness, the disgusting poop and all of it just grows and grows and grows.
Yeah.
Until it's everywhere. And until you are literally, which folks, I'm here to tell you, I have actually done. I have stepped in human feces in Baltimore City. We've said it on here before, and I'm telling you again, in Baltimore City, the homeless people poop on the street in downtown, and you can step in it. And I did. And let me tell you this, I'd rather step in a Cane Corso Italian Mastiff's poop than step in a human's poop, okay?
It's a shame. Let's
be leaders ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Black women are being used by the Democrat Party.
All of these socioeconomic indicators are in the negative, particularly for Black people.
They want mob rule. When Trump was in office, please somebody tell me, what act of dictatorship did he perform?
She had Donald Trump's hair on top of her head. And she's sitting here talking about brown girl this, brown girl that.
Because she's a Black woman.
They would ask her how to spell her first name and clap like sea monkeys.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.